of myself. It comes through the gospel. And that's why I owe so much to the preachers and the pastors and those in ministry, my family members and my parents who brought me to church, who exposed me to the gospel. Because when they exposed me to the gospel, the Bible, the Word of God, the message of the cross, it exposed me to the power of God. Nothing can change a life like the gospel of Jesus Christ. In that we see God's power manifested here on earth. And as I said before, that's why as Christians, hear me now, we have to keep the main thing the main thing. Let me tell you what, sometimes among local congregations, and I get it, there is a social element to church. I understand. But sometimes we can't forget that our priority is preaching the gospel. Our priority is teaching the word. Our priority is pointing people to Calvary and to the cross. And many times in church, we major on the minors, and we'll have our you all know church isn't just about chicken dinners and fish fries and thank God for the fashion show and the pew rally and all those things. It's fun. You have the crab crack and all these things, but we got to keep the main thing the main thing. Thank God for the soup kitchens and feeding the homeless and the hungry and clothing, providing people. We should do those things, don't get me wrong. But I think sometimes that as Christians, we think that we're just the Red Cross. We have to do those things, but it doesn't just stop there. After you give them a chicken dinner, you need to give them the gospel. After you fry them some fish, you need to expose them to the gospel. After you give them clothes and after you pay their rent and pay their light bill, come on somebody, you got to tell them about Jesus. You got to tell them about the message of Calvary. After we do all these things, after we provide humanitarian aid, after that, you have to preach the gospel to people, because let me tell you what, that food is going to run out, the clothes are going to wear down. Listen, the crab crack and oyster fry, that's temporary. But what's going to change people's lives, what is going to provoke and have lasting changes is the gospel of Jesus Christ. And that's why Paul said, this is how we see the power of God. This is the power of God. We got to preach the gospel to people. See,